Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Yeong. So my presentation title is Wireless Network Monitoring and Planning for Improving Indoor Multi-Storey Breeding. So um, I'm going to talk about Wi-Fi networks. Okay, basically Wi-Fi is kind of like a need. I don't know. We need the food, we need water, we need shelter. Um, we need Wi-Fi, is it? But from my opinion is no. How about you guys? I don't know. Um, Probably yes for some people. So I feel very grateful because there's one unit of MikroTik sponsored by a guy named Kenny from Cloud Store. Kenny, can you raise up your hand? Are you here? Hello. Oh, Kenny. All right. Thank you. Thanks for the unit. So, thank you. Um, Probably not only sponsorship, I also open for partnership as well, for longer benefits of all. So we'll see about that. Maybe we can talk about later. All right. Um, so this is the unit sponsored by Cloud Store. It's RB 2011, uh, one of the highest end of MikroTik router. Okay. Anyone don't understand my English? Please raise up. I can talk in Bahasa Malaysia. I'm a Malaysian, so is it okay? Right. Thank you. So here's my agenda. So I'm going to about my introduction, a case study about the Wi-Fi, my objective of setting up the Wi-Fi, as well as the monitoring and planning stuff. Of course, we, we will have a short Q&A, so I hope the time is enough for the following presentation as well. So I keep it simple, short as possible. Is it all right? Okay. Um, Basically, I'm a Master of Science graduate from a local university, USM. It's located in Penang, the main campus. So I'm specialized on computer networks, IPv6, Wi-Fi, whatever about computer networks. So when I was doing my studies, my research in USM, I also came through about MikroTik because MikroTik is a good product actually. So it's kind of a very advanced of technology for me. It's comparable to Cisco. So Cisco is the big brother. For me, MikroTik can be the big brother of the network technology, comparable to Cisco. It's kind of that. So great job, MikroTik. So after that, after I graduate, so I become the system and network engineer in one of the manufacturing company. After that, I gain a lot of exposure as a freelancer as well. All right. So now we move on to my case study. So my work is about the Wi-Fi. So I set up the Wi-Fi, the sponsored unit in my building. This is where I live. So I put there somewhere that particular area. So I modify it. All right. So it's kind of a very powerful unit. It can be modified in hardware, in the software as well. Okay. So I modify it with a sector antenna so that it transmits the Wi-Fi signal in one direction. We have omnidirectional antenna as well as sector antenna. So omnidirectional antenna is the 360 degrees Wi-Fi signals. Sector antenna is towards one direction, like this. Okay. We do have sector antenna hardware provided by MikroTik. You can buy from the sales. All right. So my objective, basically, I don't really put a lot of money to invest on my case study. All right. Don't get me wrong. I'm not stingy. I just try to be frugal. Frugal and stingy are two different words, right? Frugal means I use the money to do something which I need. So I bought the sector antenna as well. All right. So I do really want to buy the MikroTik unit, but somehow we got the sponsorship. Oh, so I saved the MikroTik unit. So thank you very much. So it's a low-cost setup. From that single Wi-Fi unit, the Wi-Fi will transmit the signal with the internet connection to the portion that I showed you just now. It's from the 6th floor where I live until the 1st floor. So it's kind of interesting when I studied from that case study. There are two kinds of challenges which I'm going to show you later on. All right? So the first challenge, have you come across these terms? Coverage, do you know coverage? Okay, so coverage, this term is actually also come with the capacity. Coverage and capacity, these two different terms always come together. So the network consultants, network engineers always face these two entities because they want to balance between the coverage and capacity. All right. So coverage means how big the Wi-Fi signals you want to go. For me, it's from the 6th floor until the 1st floor. But what about the capacity? Capacity means how much network data you want to send and receive. All right. So that's the capacity. Maybe you put it smaller coverage, you get the bigger capacity. But by the time you get the smaller coverage, you suffer less area of signal reception. That's the thing. You need to balance. So these two terms always come together. Bear in mind. Signal to noise ratio. So when you transmit the Wi-Fi signals, you receive sometimes you receive a good signal, sometimes you receive a bad signal, even from exactly the same location, because of the noise, right? So bear in mind, there always noise in your surrounding area. Okay. The third entity is data rate. Data rate is provided from the Wi-Fi router itself. What kind of model of MikroTik you want? Because that model will give you the data rate, right? 150 megabits per second model. 300 megabits per second model. All right. So make sure you bought what you want, not not the most popular. Just buy maybe 150 megabits per second is good enough for your home usage in this case study, right? And because in the multi-story building, you have walls, you have glasses, those kind of obstruction will give you signal degradation, like signal absorption, reflection, etc. So that's the fourth entity I want to emphasize. So how to overcome the challenge number one? You can do site survey, Wi-Fi site survey on the location that you want to get the signal. Before you deploy the MikroTik router, as a user and as an admin, you can do this stuff. Active survey and passive survey are the two terms derived from site survey. Active survey means you already deployed the Wi-Fi router and you connect to that Wi-Fi router to see how good is your signal. All right. And passive survey means you survey from that area which you want to monitor those already deployed Wi-Fi. So you see lots of Wi-Fi plotted on that site survey tool. That's the passive survey. These are two different terms, okay? And I also want to give you this survey. Actually, with the tool you have, it's not enough. You need to survey from the people what they actually want. So you go by asking people. Maybe just go to that person and see. Hey, I want to tell you that I'm going to deploy the Wi-Fi networks. What kind of network speed, what kind of coverage, and etc. you want, so that I can deploy accordingly. It always come together with a site survey. All right. So bear in mind, you need to see why people don't want to read books, just because we move to the trend of free Wi-Fi. It's a need for people to have Wi-Fi connection instead of free books, right? I don't know. Some people saying that free Wi-Fi is a need. All right. So, okay, I'll go into the challenge number 2. All right. So, because I'm living in that multi-story building, which has many residents, so what about the residents? Are they the MikroTik users? Are they the admins of the Wi-Fi router? No, right? So that's another challenge, because they are not aware what the router can do, what the router can degrade the Wi-Fi networks. Everyone wants Wi-Fi. So as users, I'm sorry to say, you should know that you deploy something like this Wi-Fi, you may interfere with your neighbor's Wi-Fi. because this this term interference always been the issue. Like this unit, they only have 2.4 gigahertz frequency. So you need to be aware this frequency. We have 13 channels in Malaysia. So 1, 6, 11, if you heard before, these are the best network channels arrangements for all of us. You don't expect every resident know about this. So you need to give the best value, the best channel to your Wi-Fi router. You need to eliminate the co-channel as well as overlapping channel. These two are two different terms. Co-channel means two routers. The first router, it may set as channel 4. Then the second router from your neighbor, also channel 4. These two channels will create a more severe interference because these two channels directly clash together. So when you have these two kind of same channels Wi-Fi router, you'll suffer the connection problems. It like disconnected all of a sudden. So I don't know. When you disconnected all of a sudden, are you going to press on/off button again so that the Wi-Fi router will switch back on with correct channel? Is that what you do? No, right? I believe so. You are the, as an admin, right? The MikroTik user, you won't do that, right? When you go to exam, you say, I just on off the Wi-Fi router, then you solve the problem, right? I hope not. So the second interference also is the overlapping, means channel 3 from router A and then channel 4 from router B. They are not on the same channel, but they are very near to the channels, the frequencies they have. So it may suffer, but not as severe as the co-channel. Therefore, to solve this channel problem, you need to think of a way. I give you one question, but however, I don't have a free gift. Sorry, I'm not prepared. I'm not stingy, but I'm just not prepared for that free gift. So the question is from channel 1 to 13, from the Wi-Fi 2.4 gigahertz, which channel is mostly used around the world? Somebody say 6. How about others? If you go to Google and you search from the search engine, I don't think you got the answer. If you go to the second most search engine, the YouTube, I don't think you get the answer as well. Okay, I'll give you the answer, but this one is exclusive for you. Okay. Because I do the Wi-Fi site survey, so I got the answer. This the tool that give me the statistic of all the Wi-Fi routers, right? Around 169. 27% of the Wi-Fi routers are using channel 1. All right. So if you set your MikroTik router, right? Do you always set as auto? So if you set to auto, most likely you get channel 1, because channel 1, it, uh, it kind of give you the best coverage of all the channels, because the lower the frequency, the better the coverage. All right, that's the reason why channel 1 is mostly set automatically. Because I know channel 1 is mostly used, so I avoid to use channel 1 when I deploy the Wi-Fi. So always remind yourself, don't always go to channel 1. Okay, in MikroTik Winbox, or even from the browser, you can set all the channels here. I don't use this 2412 megahertz, because this value belongs to channel 1. So I set to other channels which are least used. All right. So how to set it? When you go to a Winbox, you go to the wireless, and then select the wireless from the left side. Then you pop up the table here, the screen here on your right. And then you click the plus sign. After you click the plus sign, then you pop up another screen here. You can set channel 10, channel 11, channel 12, because normally by default the Wi-Fi router, the MikroTik router, is providing channel 1 until channel 9. That's the maximum. You can add further, like channel 10, channel 11, to create the best planning. Channel 1, channel 6, channel 11, that's the best. So I add channel 11. You can set the frequency here, 2462, as channel 11, because that's the value for channel 11. Width, you can set 40 megahertz or 20 megahertz, because 40 megahertz is for a PC, 20 megahertz mostly for smartphones. Okay, band, because depends on the model you have. You can set the dual band, AC, ABGN, but in my case, I only have a single band, so it's BGN. And the MikroTik also provide extension channel. I wonder you have come across this EC, CEEE extended channel, they mean. So you can play around with these values. After that, go back to the quick set. So you set channel 11 already. So you select channel 11 to create 1611 channel planning. And there you go. You have good planning already. So why I choose MikroTik? Because as you can see from the picture, it can be modified. It can be, you have the flexibility. It's feature rich, like you can create the virtual API as well. I hope you are aware of virtual API. Virtual API is kind of software, Wi-Fi, inside of that hardware as well. of course, it's powerful because this model is only 2.4 gigahertz. So I only can tell you that if you want to have better planning, you can choose dual band, because dual band you have A and AC as well, because these two band, if they go by these two bands, 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz, you have less interference, as I explained, the co-channel interference, the overlapping channel interference. You can avoid that. You can set MikroTik as a free hotspot. So you better take care of the QoS for free hotspot. I believe there is another presentation on QoS later on after lunch. So I'm not going to talk about QoS. Then, of course, when you have a sector antenna, which going to connect that MikroTik, make sure the cable from that sector antenna, the antenna cable, is not too long, because if you have a long antenna cable, you'll degrade the signals. Okay, so make sure the cable is as short as possible so that you don't suffer the signal degradation. All right, so that's all I want to say. So thank you very much. Any questions you want to give? All right.
Yeah, actually, are you building MikroTik like a custom using your own bots, sort of like that? Have you been built it before, like you buying a MikroTik, a router OS, and putting it into a normal PC?
No, the MikroTik unit is originally from the casing. All right, so I just take out the screw and then plug out the omnidirectional antenna cable. All right, so once you plug out, you can attach another kind of antenna, like the sector antenna. So make sure you buy the correct cable, the correct antenna cable, because I believe all MikroTik boards has the MMCX connection. So make sure you buy the MMCX cable.
Uh, Actually, what we do is actually we buy one MikroTik level 4 license, and actually you can do whatever PC you can have, like you install it on a PC and make it as a router itself. But the problem is, I don't know if you can answer, or a MikroTik person can answer this, because now once we buy a new motherboard they have new chipset. So what it does is the network card is not supported. So of course hardware is getting upgraded every year, so there's no way we can find the old one to put. At the end we buy a card which is a extendable card, which I think is TP-Link and it's supported. But I like the flexibility of MikroTik to put in another PC system instead of their own router board. Yeah. Actually, I need an answer from you or the MikroTik. It may help me a lot, actually. Thanks.
Because there are many kinds of MikroTik boards, as I can see. If you buy, make sure that the what do you call the chips is supported. All right, that's the first thing. But if it's supported, then make sure you have the software drivers as well, the right software drivers to connect. to the chips. Without the software drivers, it won't work properly. All right. Because hardware is dumb, right? So you also need to make it clever. You need the software, the right software as well. All right. Okay. Thank you.
And I believe due to the budget, you are using the class 2 antenna. For example, if let's say you notice the coverage is not so that good, okay, in front of you there's a one amplifier and class 3 antenna. Okay, so I very interested which one you will be go for it and what is the pro and con. One is amplifier, one is a class 3 antenna.
Mm, I won't go for both. Actually, no. Amplifier for me is a gimmick. It just creating a slightly better coverage, but then I won't go for amplifier. But then cast too, that's the interesting one. I never go through that yet. So probably the best thing is don't set your TX power, don't set your transmission power to a higher level, because once you set the transmission power higher, you get the lower coverage, but of course you also get the better capacity. But yeah, amplifier might help a bit, okay, but it it does help, but then it's not the best option, I believe. Do you get what you want? No. So okay. Sorry, I never go through the cast 2 yet. Uh-huh. Oh, I see. It's a RPSMA cable. No, no. Oh, okay. So any question more? Oh, okay.
Okay, just one quick question for indoor use of wireless. Which one is better if we use the BGN together, B only, G only, or N only? Which one you think it's better, especially for high density indoor application? Thank you.
If you compare B, G, and N, these three, N is the best. N will have support better data rate. All right. So B and G, they are the older standards. N is the newer standards. The latest standard is still AC. AC is the latest standard because it emphasizes on the newer technology as well. But at this moment, AC is not the highest number of deployment. N is still the highest. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can set B, G, and N. That's the best because it supports three of them. Yeah. If you support N only, then if you have a very old smartphone from 2008, so it might not work on N. No.